If you're looking for a tutorial on how to make a dubstep growl that is fast and easy to make, sounds cool, and you want it now, then you clicked on the right video. Check this out. All the growls that you heard are actually just variations of the same growl that I'm gonna be showing you how to make right now. For this tutorial, we're gonna be using Serum. If you don't have Serum, I highly recommend that you get it because, as AU5 once said, Serum is like the master sword of EDM. You can go over to Splice website, grab this plan that says rent to own. Basically, you pay 10 bucks a month until you finish paying the whole amount, and you get to use Serum as soon as you make the first payment. No, nobody is sponsoring this video. I'm just trying to make your life easier. This is Paul Nation, and let's get right to it. It's gonna sound something like this. We are only modulating these 3 knobs here. Just by playing with them, you can get different sounds all the time. It's just a matter of finding the sweet spot. We have to start a new MIDI track, so for that we clicked Shift, Control, and T, or you can just right click here and select Insert MIDI Track. Next step is to grab Serum and drop it on our MIDI channel. Now we have to select a note for a channel to play, and for that we double click here. We want to stretch our track a little bit, so we select 1 here, and we look for D0 because, well, that's my favorite note to play for growls. Double click and you stretch it. Now let's go back to our channel here and we stretch this one as well. Now we open up Serum, and we're gonna need both oscillators. So Serum is already built in with an option to sound like Skrillex. You just click here, choose a wave table, and you already have an option here that says scary monsters and nice sprites in big letters here. And you're gonna select both of these. Now you can get a growl by using pretty much any of these wave tables. If you want to work with this Monster 3, because you can get a lot of tones, growl tones, with just playing with the knobs and everything. Next step will be turning these knobs all the way up, and make sure you turn on this filter. And for both oscillators, so you're gonna click here on B as well. You can keep this MG low 12. The next step is to modulate the 3 knobs. Let's see what we can get. Let's make our LFO move a little bit slower and start from scratch every time. We hit this trigger mode. Next step is to adjust this filter cutoff, and you want to make this line to go one way. You have to click Shift and Alt to change how this line moves. And then you want to set it to like around 120 Hertz. And make sure you shorten this line. For the moment, it sounds very weak, but what you have to do is hit these effects here, then click on compressor, you turn on multiband, and you can adjust the gain and the threshold, and you look for that sweet spot. Right now it sounds like a machine burping on your speakers, and that's why we have to adjust these super knobs here. I'm just adjusting this curve here so we can get that wah sound. Yeah, pretty much what I was looking for. Let's bring this drive a little bit up, and this resonance as well. Not too much, because then you're gonna get that sound. We have a few more steps to go. You're gonna turn on this sub things. You want this sub to go through all the filters and move with the oscillators, starting to sound like a growl. And the last step will be to FM this oscillator from B. You're just gonna look for that sweet spot. That will add a little bit more personality to the growl. And after you have that, you can just play with the knobs so that you can get different tones. that's a very basic dubstep growl. After that, you can just add anything you want to shape the sound however you want. You can add a reverb as well, so it has more depth to it. You can also add a chorus and a phaser to make it sound a little bit more metally. And lastly, you can add a hyperdimension to whiten the sound. And after you came up with a sound that you really like, then you can do some post-processing here just to clean up a little bit the sound, make it sound a little bit smoother. You can throw an EQ in the thing and lower these mid to high frequencies. I don't know what you call these. With and without. It makes it a little bit smoother. And you can also add a saturator just to give it a little bit more presence. You obviously don't want to make it too loud, and I forget about these. You might want to cut off those low ends. Cut those very low ends because you can't really hear them. Once you're mastering your track, then those frequencies are just going to keep stacking up and just going to make your mix sound a little bit muddier. Just cut them out. Last step will be to add a glue compressor. This glue compressor is very similar to the bus compressor. This is the Ableton version of a compressor. So this is just gonna let us know that we are not clipping the our master channel here. And yeah, there you go. That's a very basic way to make a growl here on Serum. And after that, you can just keep on tweaking. I hope you have a lot of fun with that growl, and if you like the video and you love dubstep like I do, then consider subscribing. I have a lot more content coming up, and have a great headbanging journey.